Hello, my fellow friends. Of the great Tatw War channel of Noyman, and I welcome you to some grim tidings. Something unfortunate that has come to my attention. Ever since I first started playing Tatw War, it was amazing. It was a mod that I watched at first, played over time, got my PC, started to play it, went from Dark Age over to Sus, with the also good and bad, and then EOR came out. A mod that has proven to be the best mod to ever exist. EOR came out, it was amazing, new units all around for almost every faction. For almost every faction. And of course, some balances and such to the factions. And over time, they started creating EOR version 2 for the factions that would get a change. And what you see before you, this is what Bree would have had. All the units you see from Tier 1, Tier 2 and 3, all the way to here, all these cool looking units, even this one right here, even though I'm looking at it, I've seen a little peek of it already. I already see all these units. And what is it here? Aang modded units. We got these guys here. We've seen these three before. Same with this guy. Dragon Khondum. These two are not seen. Like most of this from the Shadow North mod. All this was going to combine into EOR version 2 that was going to release a year later from here. However, the grim tidings that I bring is that after looking into the Discord server that I'm in for EOR mod, something unexpected happened. I'm going to show you. This. What you see right here is the LEGO version that they are now planning to do for 30 Days Total War. They do look nice. I'll say this. Like this right here, we got this guys here, we got that. Animations of a little preview for the mod. But for these two right here, these two right here, for breathe reformation of this cool looking thing, like all this, like especially these guys, and then this, which I think mods, Shadow North mod into over them too, the one that come out. For some reason, they decided to abandon this in exchange for this. To remodulate the whole thing and scrapping, as they said, EWA version 2. And it said this was a necessary sacrifice. Well, let me do this. Let me do this. They said this is a quote unquote necessary sacrifice, unquote, as they said in the server. Because of course, multiple people really like the minifigures for Lord of the Rings stuff, which is fair. They look nice. They've abandoned EOR version 2 for this. And in my opinion, that is bullcrap. And my bullcrap, they should have not done this. They shouldn't have. Also, I'm going to that real quick. They should not have done this. I have no idea what they were thinking about abandoning these two cool looking rosters as examples of what I've seen in the previews. Like, like most of this here is from 30 Days Reforged into EOR, which would have been amazing. for Bree to have. And yet, for some reason, they decided to abandon the project for Legos. Even though people like Legos, even though I used to play Lego myself, they did not have to sacrifice EO version 2 to remodulate the whole game into a Lego Total War game. That right there did not have to be. And when I'm saying this, is because they put a lot of work into this. Years worth. Even after EOR first released, they slowly started to create EOR version 2 one by one, piece by piece, project by project, per day per day. And all this right here, like this, that, like these look amazing. And yet they just decided to just abandon it. And in my opinion, that's a bad move. Because not only are you abandoning, and also another thing, I forgot to mention, the blue, the, the, the new faction they're going to create, the blue Craigs, the blue looking goblins, they create a new faction too. And I'm not going to show it. Because I still want to mainly look at these because they're the most amazing ones to look at. That's very nice. But they created a new faction. And included, also, as I mentioned a couple of times, a rework of the elves in the game mono units for each of them, making them more amazing and more busted ever. And they abandoned it for Legos. And once again, Legos are nice, but this was not worth a sacrifice. I wouldn't doubt, in my opinion, that they had a choice to continue this and do this, unless for some reason they didn't have the choice. But if they had the choice, this right here would not have been abandoned. Like this looks amazing, that looks amazing, like all this looks dope. And seeing on the battlefield makes me in awe just to see it in action. But now we're stuck in the EOR they created prior, EOR 1.9, which I'm currently playing, and Bree does not get any of this. Just let go. Just let go. And it makes me pissed and sad that this is happening. Not just for my sake, but probably for some other people that are against this too. And again, rather, I'm not sure if people that are like me in the server that disagree with this. If there's not, then oh well, I'm the only one. But if there is, even though it may be a few, this was still a wrong move. To sacrifice this, new units, for Lego, for some reason, to just play a game of Lego. Which, by the way, hopefully you guys know, there's always Lego games. Lego Star Wars, Lego Star Wars Saga. Like, I played the original years ago. I played Lego Star Wars The Clone Wars. It was amazing. It was funny. I didn't play the new ones yet. I haven't really played them. But I've seen clips. And Lego Batman. Like, that too is amazing. But the fact they decided to revamp, abandon this for this is a bullcrap move, and I don't agree with it. Even though I understand, I guess, at the same time I don't. Because I want to doubt they would have a chance if they had the opportunity to keep them both in line. To keep both in project. To keep them both working. And to have this separate from this. Not abandon this. Not abandon this in exchange for this. Which is not great. And I really did not expect at all to make this video. And even though I didn't have to, this right here, I wanted to make it for this mod's sake, because EOR is an amazing mod. Ardenine, Gondor, the Notre Dame, like everything about this mod, like imagine Notre Dame having all this in addition with Gondor's new stuff, whatever they're gonna bring, with Dunland's new stuff, Angmar's new stuff, and any of this coming to play. Imagine all this into the Aragorn's armies. More dope, more awesome, and facing some challenging Angmar more often is also amazing. But sadly, it do not come to pass. Unless, for any reason, they want to still bring it to life. Because I could be wrong. Whenever they said, quote unquote, EOR 2 scrapped, unquote, for one phrase that one of the guys mentioned in the chat. I hope that if for any reason they still want to bring it, like all this to life, then I'll be okay with that. But if for some reason they still stick with their words, EOR 2 scrapped, Lego only, or rather Lego coming up next, not this, is disheartening. It's very disheartening. Because all this would have been amazing to see. And I'm not sure if the mod maker of this is not liking this or not. Or whoever made these is disagreeing with this. Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. But wasting a project and just going to a new thing, sometimes making that move is a bad move. And this right here is a bad move. In my opinion. And to whoever from this Discord of the EOR sees this, my opinion is what you just heard. And I hope you guys hear this also, as well. Word of advice. Do not abandon projects unless you have to. And if you can keep both, if you believe that both are amazing, or whatever, try to keep them both, if you can. Because this is right here, Bree having all this, Angmar having all this, facing them in EOR is another new challenge, and Angmar needs this. Like, Angmar and EOR Version 2, they need this. Like, they need that. They need that. Like, dude, like, even armor-piercing archers, as this tier, right here, as I was playing Shadow of the North mod, armor-piercing archers is what they needed. But now it's stuck with the EOR Angmar, to where they're just basic dark blades, poison arrows, even though it's fine. And it still has the armor-piercing stuff, and we can still get these. We don't get that, we don't get that, we don't get the cooling guys, we don't get that, we don't get that, nor do we get that, nor do we get these. We just get that, that, barrel whites that are not armor piercing, that, and other stuff. That's it. Besides the other units in EOR, like the Iron Crowns, Black unit stuff, we don't get the new Angmar, for one, nor the new Bree for another, for Lego. And one last time, I hope I'm wrong about what I have been told in the chat of the server, and I hope these two still come to life, because they deserve to. Seeing new units battled out, seeing all this is amazing. And I love this game, not only for what it has, but just mods after mods. Cool looking units, like all of this is amazing. But what I don't like is this being abandoned for this. So that is my intake, my anger, and my opinion on what the chat server has decided to do. And even though, again, Lego is fine, it can be nice to see in this setting. These two should not have been abandoned. Any project of the reworks of the factions, all this should not have been a sacrifice. If they could keep both, they should have. And these are just two examples of the whole EOR version 2 thing they showed in the previews. These are just examples of what would have been EOR version 2. And it would have been amazing. But alas, as I said, unless I'm wrong, which I hope I am, this, no more. This, no more. Shadow North we can still play, but not the full rework of what EOR version 2 would have brought. And if I'm the only one thinking about this, then screw me, I guess. But if there are others feeling the way I am right now about this, it's sad. And I do feel sorry as well. If, of course, anyone's feeling the same way that I am about this, in the server, about this. This is wrong. So regardless, EO over the 2 deserves to be brought to the light. Seeing more challenging stuff, seeing new units, is worth not scrapping for this game. Even though Lego will be nice, I guess. It's just, it's not worth the risk. Not the risk. It's not worth the sacrifice of what they have done to just throw this and this in trash in exchange for something that was made long ago. So there's a man Dorman here. And there'll be an episode coming very soon. Usually, I was gonna sleep, but I'm a little tired. But since it's already like kind of close, a little bit hours wise to where you wake up, there'll be an episode. Starting a little bit. And then maybe another one later on. About further Angmurden Witch Realm. So my dear friends, I do apologize if this disturbed you for those of you in the server. And I hope that this video reminds all that are responsible for this work and here, and to all that still on the server to know this. Sacrifices must be made carefully. And this right here is not one of them. All this should have been kept. Not this for that. Until we meet again, my friends, and shortly, the young bloom will have a new purpose to live for. Peace.